This is the degree of the blind man, and the key is the name of the blind man that Jesus healed. That is part of the Chukwemeka key too. Now, when we talk about synchronous or asynchronous, like emails, etc., the same time. Now, the white man sent a few white people into Egypt and wanted to get credit for doing things at the same time. It doesn't work like that. You can't start history on the white man's time and make everything just appear to be in the white man's favor. And then send the black man through the saliva-filled mouth of the devil to fall into his belly, knowing that there was a gang war in jail and the war in prison between the Norteños and the Sureños and the blacks and Sureños was heating up, and that a prison guard had warned a certain one of the subjects I talk about in this series that there was a war in prison, and he asked him, what prison cell do you want to be put in? And they both agreed that he should be placed in a certain cell block. I'm not going to name it because I'm not going to take sides in this video. And the person who set him up was a lady who had a problem with her eyes, and she couldn't see straight. She even went to Kaiser Hospital to collude with them because they knew that they were building a case against the subject's father. She worked at the prison as a dispatcher, and she heard the gossip and understood what was going on because of her job. She was also part of the code of silence and the oppression, and a perfect example of, how should I put this, a bootlicker, bootlicking fucking hag. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And she timed it out, set up her daughter's boyfriend with the police, had them waiting at the house. This is the story of the Santa Cruz Police Department, their injustice system, and how one of their own judges called them out. And how at the end of the story, everybody is sympathizing and truly finds the light within the victim, which wasn't the whore who was trying to be saved, but the man who was set up by the system, just like Jesus, just like the Sadducees and the Pharisees, except for this time it was the bootlickers and the scum, the family of the whore and the cracker-ass cops and their demonic Sureño gangs in jail as well. You see, I have evidence, documented proof that the prison system in California is corrupt. I have names of police officers, wardens, COs. I even have cooks, as well as priests. I have a list of corrupt law enforcement officials all throughout the system, and it cost my people a large amount of commissary, a large amount of influence, and dare I say it, a few African Americans' lives to get this list out. I can prove to you that the riot in Folsom Prison, which they discuss in the Code of Silence, was the result of the police and the elites colluding with the prison gang structure. I can also prove to you beyond any doubt that there was pedophiles working at Sea-Doo School and Ascent, and it dates back to the beginning, to the start. I have received messages in my email and on comments on my videos. I understand what is going on. There is no electronic correspondence of the list, nor do I ask any of you to send me any electronic correspondence unless it is something that is not that's that serious. Like if you were abused, etc., you can send me that. But if we're talking about the type of stuff that's going to get my head blown off, at least have the courtesy to make sure that you don't leave evidence that you gave me that information. Anyway, have the courtesy, I mean. I can prove to you beyond any doubt that the system is colluding with the mafia, the secret societies, the psychiatrists, law enforcement officials, politicians. It even involves the housing market. I have evidence, documented evidence. Sworn affidavits. I have proof to bring down the system. And I'm telling you, at this degree, you will see.